Disclaimer: the text below is a press release that was not written by CryptoNews.com. Benjamin Franklin, an American politician, inventor and writer, said, "If you know how to spend less than you get, then you have the philosopher's stone." The hero of today's rubric does not have a philosopher's stone, but he does know exactly how to rise from the ashes after serious losses, and move on. Undoubtedly, this is an integral part of everyday life, but when it comes to falling markets or a global recession, things are not so simple. Nicolas Durr, a Swiss venture capitalist, entrepreneur and CEO of Praem Capital, knows firsthand what a financial crisis is and how to get through this difficult time with dignity. Two key events that became a serious test in Nicolas's life and forced a reconsideration of his outlook on life, occurred in 2014 and 2018. The digital money space caught the attention of the entrepreneur at a time when the cryptocurrency boom and gold rush were gaining momentum exponentially. At that time, they managed to successfully invest in the system and acquire a large amount of Bitcoin, but after a time when the entrepreneur was experiencing serious financial difficulties and successfully selling a digital asset, the cryptocurrency market collapsed. The price of the Brent brand increased sharply by 44% in 1 year, and the rate of Bitcoin fell by 54% accordingly. The termination of Mt. Gox led to a market crash of 80% with high positions, which continued to spur the wrecking spiral of economic collapse. The next stage, which seriously shook the investors' financial stability, was the cryptocurrency crash of 2018, which was much more dangerous than the fall of the dot-com market in 2000, as the digital asset market collapsed by 80%. Of course, the consequences and scale of the catastrophe cannot be compared with the 2008 crisis, when even a series of reduced refinancing rates from 5 to 6% to 0.25%, which the US government implemented, did not help solve the global problem. Despite the fact that the cyclical nature of economic development is an effective lever of economic dynamics, a factor of macroeconomic equilibrium and a model of the progressive reform of society, today there are no accurate and reliable methods for predicting the next financial crisis or global recession. The economic crisis is not only a crisis of the national currency, reduction, growth of unemployment and inflation, it is the kind of event that changes the course of history and economic development, and the impact on social processes, and which also transforms the thinking of society as a whole. According to statistics, over the past century, if we are talking about the United States, a recession has been observed on average every 10 years, but, as we said, the crisis has another facet. Thanks to the events described above, Nicolas found key pain points and weaknesses in his mechanism of doing business and finance.